What's going on, gamers? Exciting day. The Switch 2 comes out today, right? I'll be at the midnight release tonight. Looking forward to it. So, you know what I'm also excited for is the comparisons. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of comparisons. So, starting off already, we have Super Mario Odyssey Switch versus Switch 2 edition. Yeah, this is going to get a free next-gen upgrade. Yeah, like a Switch 2 edition, but they're just not charging for it. So, are we ready to jump right into this? Let's get right to business, right? Yeah, let's go, y'all. Here we go. I'm stoked. Right off the bat, we see this? Oh yeah, major improvement. This is resolution. Then pausing here, he gives us the details. It was running at 900p 60 frames per second on the Switch back in 2017, which is impressive. Now you can run it at 2160p 60 frames per second with all the, sliders turned up and all that. So yeah, right here, we see a major difference right here already. But just by watching, we're going to see this. Yeah, clear winner on the right. Look at that difference. Resolution again. Way better. Night and day difference here. See, this is what you're supposed to see on like the PS5 Pro difference. But jokes aside, once again, and they just give you the details right here. 2160p, native 1440p, upscaled to 4K, 60 frames per second. Do we see this difference here? Night and day difference, y'all. Free updates, by the way. So we're gonna have a load of free updates day one too. And for people who never got to play these games, man, y'all are going to be able to experience, like I was telling people last gen, all these games are going to get 4K 60 frames per second updates. Watch. So here it is. I'm excited. Major difference, y'all. Here we go again. The Switch 2 version never drops, and look how much better it runs. This is one of the greatest platformers of all time, by the way. So yeah, y'all that have not played this game, there's no way you want to miss it. It has a 97 for a reason. I mean, clear difference here. So the thing is here is that both are doing 60 frames per second. We see this here. But the difference is that Switch 2 maintains 60 frames at 4K pretty much, with all the other settings turned up. So major difference in that sense. Shadows. Let's pay attention. Way better. So you're not only running at a higher resolution, but the shadows are maxed out. This is what I mean. It's not just a resolution upgrade. Now we're doing loading times. Remember, the Switch has SSD pretty much loading times now. Resolution again, just looking across the whole city. Super clear. Pausing. I mean, we see a clear difference here. Look how clear that is. It's way better. This is super blurry over here. Everything is just in full detail. So this is a type of backwards compatibility support people wanted to see. And they're making sure not to just give you backwards compatibility, but you're getting next gen upgrades day one, straight up. And if a lot of people don't know, Nintendo designs like, you know, certain like Switch 2, when it says Nintendo Switch 2 edition, that's designed around the Switch 2 from scratch. They don't just port it over and slide it up. That's not what they do. You see that? World of difference. Draw distance. Yeah, that right there is like, damn. And you know, remember, we're maxing out a Nintendo Switch game. Some of these engines were available to run higher, it just didn't have the technology. So it's just scaling better now. This is a 2017 engine on the Switch. I remember this stage. Yeah, no contest. I mean, the easiest thing is like, oh yeah, you know, super blurry. There's no blur over here whatsoever. Everything looks super clear. Here we go again with frame rate. 4K 60 over there, 900p 60 over there, maintaining. You got a lot more details coming on. More retro over here, but both are maintaining 60. Yeah, this is like the first level you run into in the game, by the way. So we're seeing this, right? Like this makes me happy knowing that like you're not getting some cheap little like upgrade. They're actually taking their time to fully integrate that upgrade. It's not just a cheap little slide up. Shadows again, like in the background. Basically clear things up. There's only so much you can do when a game is designed a certain way, but yeah, clearly a difference. Definitely like when you look at the blur here and the clarity there, like it's just pretty clear. Like it just looks way more clear and sharper. Oh, nice. So he's doing movements with the shadows. Very good work. This is why I love this guy's page. He does such a good job. Level of detail. So this is regular Switch. The game still looks great on the Switch though. Oh yeah, that's like PC max settings, pretty much. I mean, right here is everything. I mean, good Lord, what a difference in jump up in quality. Can barely see that right there. You could see it though, but everything here is visible. So yeah, very, very, very nice capture when we talk about level of detail, the ship, how blurry it is back there, and then how clear it is right here. The way this little being is right here compared to there, he's very blurry here. That pole is super blurry. You can see everything here super clear. There is nothing that is not clear. Look how blurry that flag is back there compared to how that's seen. There is no detail for this compared to this. everything there is seen. Nothing is missed here. So you just see it. It looks great. I mean, I'm telling you, this game has a lot of content. I put like 90 hours into it. Loved it. It was great. Textures on the ground, all that. Look at that when it comes over. And the buildings. Looking good. Pause. So right here, right there. So we see textures, how it shows up right there, right there. Right here, it looks way more clear. And as we unpause, it'll look even better. And then, you know, there's a limit what they can do too, because it's like I said, it's a Switch 1 game from 2017. Here we go, back to frame rate again. As we see, it does not drop below 60 at all. Very nice gameplay. So this pretty much covers what we need, y'all. We can take a look at the textures on our little ship, because it's a ship we get to go to different like places. That's a nice upgrade. Looks super clear and smooth. I think we get the idea again of the clarity. So we've seen it multiple times. We were just taking a look at different angles. Let me know what you guys think about this. Like, comment, subscribe. If you've never played this game before, you are in for a treat. That's why I say some people that didn't have a Switch 1. Man, you guys have 2 generations of games. Ooh, I mean, it's going to be nice. You're going to be able to play them at way better settings. I'm very happy with the Switch 2. They gave me everything I wanted. You did backwards compatibility support. You gave me my 4K. You gave me my HDR, my VR, and a handheld, a bigger handheld. Everything is there that I wanted. GameCube, all of that. Now I just need DS, Sega Dreamcast, and we'll get on the retro side. But other than that, I'm very stoked. And yeah, let me know what you guys are getting. Are you getting the Mario Kart bundle or the Switch 1, waiting to get Mario later on? What games are you getting at launch? I'm looking forward to Xenoblade down the line. Chronicles X, I didn't get that yet, but I will be getting it when they launch that 60 frames per second patch. But I got the Mario Kart bundle. But all right, y'all, peace out. Have a great day. There's going to be a lot more comparisons coming up. Later.